The Process of Guidance in Your Life, from the book Light Emerging by Barbara Ann Brennan. Quietly moving into a spiritually centered life requires a great reorientation of consciousness into the transcendent realities of the higher vibrational fields, 5, 6, and 7 of the auric field. In these higher ranges of consciousness and energy, whole worlds of non-material spiritual beings exist. Many people do not experience these levels of consciousness at all. To them, even the existence of these levels seems highly speculative, absurd, or even ridiculous. In the healing process, however, if you continue on the upward path through levels of consciousness, you will automatically begin to have experiences involving these higher levels and eventually encounter such beings. As you move your conscious awareness into the 3 higher levels of your auric field, you move into the higher aspects of your will, emotions, and reason. Each of these 3 levels is a template for the lower 3 levels of the field. The higher will, called the divine will within, is the template for the first level of the field, which contains the will to live in the physical world. The higher emotional level, sometimes called the inspirational level or the level of your divine love, is the template for the second level of the field, your feelings about yourself. The higher reason of level 7, called divine mind, which gives an understanding of the perfect pattern of all things, is a template for the reason of level 3, the mental level. This relationship has been stated since the days of old as above, so below. The correspondence between levels 7 and 3, 6 and 2, 5 and 1 provides a way to heal the lower levels by bringing the values from the higher levels down into the lower ones. To do so, we must reach up or transcend into the higher levels. This is the transcendent process. We reach up into our higher realities and claim them as our own. When we do this, our reason becomes truth, our emotions become love, and our will becomes courage. If we continue this transcendent process, our truth becomes wisdom, our love becomes unconditional love, and our courage becomes power. We claim our spiritual reality as our own and find God within. The best, most practical way to enter into the transcendent process is through guidance. Guidance is available to all human beings from their higher self within, their guardian angel, or in more popular terms, their spirit guide. Usually people start by getting guidance from their higher self, then later expand into receiving it from spirit guides. Guidance is an integral part of the unfoldment of your life. It is the key to the development of your heart's desire and your life task, no matter what it is. Guidance is more than communicating with guides, more than channeling information. It is a life process. Extrasensory perception and the ability to get precise information come from following guidance over a long period of time. So now, how spiritual guidance works. There are 18 points here that I will go through. 1. Guidance never lets you off the hook. It keeps you responsible in many ways. Responsible to who you are, to not betraying yourself, and to keeping your commitments. 2. Guidance does not absolve your karma. Rather, it gives you a tool to handle it, even possibly for enjoying its clearing. 3. Following guidance brings you life experiences that you need in order to develop your life task or your healership. 4. Living a spiritual life and finding your life task requires a willingness to follow guidance and live by the truth, no matter what the price appears to be when you get the guidance. 5. Guidance gets personally harder and the apparent price increases as you follow it. 6. Guidance and faith go together. You have to have a lot of faith to follow your guidance, and in turn, following guidance builds your faith. Guidance is designed to take you through areas of your personal psyche where you have previously refused to go, but must go in order to unfold. It takes you through your deepest fears into your deepest faith. 7. Faith is a state of being that sets, balances, and charges the auric field into a healing state. It connects the small ego part of you to the greater you, the God within. It is a process of holographically connecting to all that there is, you in the universe. 8. Your separated ego will doesn't have a lot of chance to interfere with systematic guidance because many times you don't know why you are doing what it tells you to do. 9. As you surrender or let go of your separated ego will and follow divine will as communicated to you through your guidance, others trust you more. 10. Guidance automatically and systematically builds both physical and spiritual endurance for your life task. 11. The more endurance you build, the more love, power, and support you will get, and the greater and more effective on a broader scale will be the unfoldment of your life task. As you solve problems, you will proceed to more responsible and difficult ones. 12. The act of following your guidance builds your healing vessel for the healing life energies. It builds your vessel for the divine task you have chosen to come in with. Guidance releases the involuntary creative principle into a safe vessel. Only by the surrender to guidance, the surrender of the ego to the greater Holy Spirit or God within, can your involuntary life force be released into a safe vessel. 13. The powerful flow of life force that comes with the involuntary divine creative principle cannot be commanded by the ego. Another way to say this is that the goodness within you flows of its own accord. It reaches out in wisdom, love, and caring of its own accord. It does not flow on the command of the ego. The only thing the ego can do is stop it from flowing or get out of its way. 14. Guidance takes you by the hand and walks with you into a state of surrender to your true human fragility and vulnerability, which is centered in the little ego. When following it, you immediately face the fact that you do not have life in your hands, that your ego does not control your life, and that guidance will not help it do so. That is it. You simply can't. To me, that is what is meant by surrender of the ego. To what do you surrender? You surrender to a deeper power within you. Following guidance is a systematic letting go of an outer ego that may try to make you safe, but cannot. Guidance reconnects you to your original power. You become a child of God. In this surrender, you find another power, the power of God within. You become an instrument of God. You find all the power, wisdom, and love of God within you. 15. There is no punishment if you don't follow guidance. You have all the time in the world, since time is an illusion. If you get guidance and you don't follow it for 3 months or 2 years, that's all right. But to the degree that you do follow your guidance, to that very degree you gain spiritual power within, because following guidance automatically helps you surrender to the greater divinity within you. This spiritual power helps you complete your life task. 16. Following guidance allows the Holy Spirit to combine with your core essence to give you power. This power is not accumulated in your ego. Rather, it works to connect your inner core essence or divine individual spark with the universal God. 17. Guidance builds freedom and independence by shifting life's focus to reliance on the reality of inner divinity rather than on outer values. And finally, 18. The best things in life are free.